So you finally did it. You landed the promotion, that big, juicy salary bump you've been working towards for years. But have you ever stopped to think if that raise is really what it seems? We're going to do a little forensic audit today, because that big number on your offer letter, it might just be a very, very convincing illusion.
Look at that number, $20,000. You can almost taste it, right? You're calling your family, you're popping the champagne. You feel like you finally arrived. It's like you've crossed some invisible finish line into a whole new level of success.
Okay, but now, let's fast forward. It's 6 months later. You're sitting at your kitchen table, looking at your bank account. And even with that bigger paycheck coming in, you somehow feel more stuck, maybe even more stressed out than before. Your savings haven't budged, but your credit card balance is higher? The money, it just kind of, poof, vanished.
And see, this whole feeling, this whole trap, it starts with the promise. It's that initial psychological high, that moment you feel rich, long before that first bigger direct deposit ever actually hits your account.
We call this the champagne delusion. It's that powerful, intoxicating feeling of arrival. And you know what? It makes us incredibly vulnerable. We start making financial decisions based on this feeling of being wealthy, not the cold, hard math of it. And that, right there, is where all the trouble begins.
So, let's get into it. Let's solve this vanishing money mystery. See, we've been taught our whole lives to celebrate the top-line number, our salary, our revenue, right? But what we totally forget to look at is our margin, what we actually get to keep.
And this brings us to the real problem, the main idea here, the promotion penalty. Now, this isn't just one single thing. It's a perfect storm, a mathematical collision of hidden forces. We're talking taxes, losing benefits, social pressure, and just the cost of burnout that all secretly team up to devour your new income.
Think about it this way. Your salary, that's your company's revenue. But what really, truly matters is your profit margin. That's the cash you have left after all the costs of doing business as a higher earner are paid. The scam, the trap, it lives right in the gap between those two numbers.
So, just pause for a second and be really honest with yourself. That last raise you got, 90 days later, did you genuinely feel wealthier? Or did it feel like you were just running a little bit faster on the exact same financial treadmill?
All right, let's pull back the curtain and unmask the culprits behind this whole vanishing act. There are 4 main suspects we need to investigate, and trust me, the first one is the sneakiest of them all.
Meet suspect number 1, the invisible tax hand. Now, most people think, okay, a $20,000 raise, that's about $1,600 more a month. Nope, not even close. Because we have a progressive tax system, every new dollar you earn isn't taxed at your average rate. It's taxed at your highest possible rate, your marginal rate. So what does that look like in reality? Well, that exciting 20 grand raise on paper, by the time the government takes its cut from that new higher bracket, it's often more like 13,000. A full 35% of your raise is gone before you've even had a chance to think about how to spend it.
And now for our second suspect, the benefit cliff. Oh man, this is where the system can feel truly bizarre. Earning just a little bit more money can suddenly make you too rich for the very subsidies your family depends on, things like childcare credits or deductions for student loan interest. And the math here can be absolutely perverse. Seriously, we've seen real-life cases where a $10,000 raise triggers the loss of $18,000 in benefits. Let that sink in. You worked harder, you took on more responsibility, and you ended up $8,000 poorer for it. This isn't a mistake in the system, it's how it's designed. Okay, next up is a much more subtle one. It's the conformity tax. The moment your title changes to director or VP, there's this weird unspoken pressure to, play the part. That old car, the perfectly fine neighborhood, suddenly they don't seem to fit the new business card. This is when you start buying stuff not because it's useful, but specifically because it's expensive. It's a real thing called the Veblen paradox. You're getting the status car, or you're moving to the status zip code, all to signal to your tribe that you've leveled up. You're basically trading your future freedom for a shiny, depreciating asset in the driveway.
And our final suspect is the decompression drain. Look, that bigger salary didn't come for free, right? It cost you more stress, longer hours, that always-on anxiety. So now you're too tired to cook, so you spend $60 on DoorDash. You're too stressed to clean, so you hire a service. You're literally using your new money to numb the pain of earning it in the first place.
So what happens when you combine all 4 of these culprits? Well, you get the final verdict.
you fall right into the golden handcuff trap. Your entire lifestyle expands to require every single penny of that new, higher salary, just to keep the whole show on the road.
Just look at this comparison right here. The person making $60,000 a year, but only needs $20,000 to live, that person is free. They have options. They can say no. But the executive making $150,000 with $140,000 in overhead, they are a prisoner of their own lifestyle. There's no walking away. They have zero optionality.
So, is it hopeless? Are we all doomed? No, absolutely not. This isn't about giving up on ambition. It's just about being smarter than the trap. The solution is a strategy called stealth wealth.
Here's your 3-step escape plan. It's simple. First, the 50-50 rule. The second that raise is official, you automatically divert half of it straight into investments. Before you can even be tempted, pay your future self first. Second, run a shadow audit. Do the real math. Figure out your actual take-home raise after taxes, after lost benefits, after new commuting costs, whatever. That's your true number. And finally, act your wage. If you make $100,000, learn to live like you make 60. That gap, that's not deprivation, that's your freedom fund.
Look, the biggest takeaway from all of this is that true status, real status, isn't the car you drive or the watch you wear. It's the ability to walk away from any job, any situation, because you don't need the next paycheck. Real wealth is silent. It's the peace of mind you have. It's what you don't see.